Does your insurance go up if you buy a Tesla? Your insurance is most likely to go up significantly if you buy a Tesla, unless you are downgrading from, say, a Porsche. In my case, I would ballpark the Tesla Model 3 insurance expense at around 2x to 3x of what it would cost to insure an SUV of equivalent value. Most of the difference in expense comes from 8x to 9x the collision insurance coverage expense. For instance, it costs me around $400 to insure my 2016 Honda Pilot for 6 months, while it costs around $1,200 to insure my 2020 Tesla Model 3 SR Plus base model, $44,000 value car, for the same period. Collision coverage cost for Honda Pilot was around $100, while that for Tesla Model 3 was around $900 for the same $500 deductible. I wouldn't think so. In fact, I would think the premium would go up. Why? While the liability part of the policy would stay the same, the collision and comprehensive fire and theft part of the policy may very well go up. That is purely because the value of a Tesla is higher than your average insured car on the street today. S models can be around $100K. If you are driving a car worth, let's assume worth $50K, your rates will go up. The cost of repair to a Tesla may be more than the average car depending on the damage, especially frame damage. If you want actual figures, grab a pen and call your broker agent or insurance company. They will give you much more accurate information than I can. Well, when I bought mine, my insurance went up quite a bit. But I never got the sense it was because the car had a big T logo on it. No, instead, I think it went up so much because I went from insuring a car that was valued at $2,500 to a car valued at $55,000. I went from a car that wasn't worth the cost of full coverage, to a car that definitely needed it. While I have no direct point of reference, and the anecdotes of other can only be used in drawing conclusions to a certain extent, most of what I came up with indicated that the insurance increase I saw was in line with what I would have gotten insuring any car at that price point. It was just about even, for an interesting combination of reasons. My collision insurance rates nearly doubled. This makes sense since Teslas are more expensive to repair, single source of many parts, etc. Closing parenthesis. My liability insurance stayed about the same. My personal injury insurance, the coverage that pays for my own medical bills after an accident, went way down. The Tesla Model S is an extremely safe car to have an accident in. It has excellent crash protection on all sides, and the fact that much of the hood area is basically empty means that there's no engine or other large heavy things to get shoved into the passenger compartment during a crash. So you're quite a bit more likely to emerge from even a major accident with only minor injuries. So the lower personal injury rates pretty much offset the higher collision rates. It went up, not sure why you would expect it to go down. If you crash a Tesla, you cannot just go to the junkyard or Rock Auto and order the parts you need from multiple competing manufacturers. The parts must be brand new and they come directly from Tesla and can only be fixed at approved location. Collision coverage should be expected to be more expensive in this regard. As far as the liability portion of the policy is concerned, the costs are comparable to any other car. When I moved from my Peugeot 308 SW, 150 horsepower to Tesla Model S P85 422 horsepower car, my insurance did go up a bit. Nothing really to speak of. When I changed to a 423 horsepower Model S85D, no P, my insurance went down, below what I paid for my Peugeot. Imagine that. Yes, I am 45, accident-free, have only one speeding ticket in over 20 years from what I think was a super bored cop. Tesla cars are much safer than average, and they have accident avoidance features. This results in lower cost of insurance. Tesla cars have some aluminum in the body, depending on the model, and that drives up the cost body work. In general, a Tesla is not going to cost more to insure than a comparable car from another brand.